Hi, my name is Austin Hill. I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I think college athletes should be paid, and hopefully I get you on the same boat. Can you imagine starting your day at 6 a.m. and not being free until around 8 p.m. and all that time is more towards your own sport, but people still believe that you shouldn't be paid? Well, a college athlete is expected to somehow find a part-time job or find their own money for personal expenses within that small area of free time. But not only do they still have homework, which they are expected to keep up their grades because that is what's paying for their school. A college athlete is putting in almost 70 hours or more just on their sport and is still expected to make time for their classes slash homework and are used as workhorses while they bring in almost six figures for their school. I'm going to discuss the schedules of athletes, the money they bring in, and why they deserve to be paid. A college athlete begins at 6 a.m. and is usually not free until around 8 p.m. The schedule at Florida, according to their website, was posted as from 6 to 7 they have breakfast, 7 to 8 is a workout, weight training, 8:30 to 11:30 is outside doing drills and practicing in pads for their sport. From 12:30 to 3 is class time, is they fit their schedule in between those hours. And then at 4 o'clock they meet back in the locker room for film or training. And then from 5:30 to 7 is study hall. And then 7 to 8 is any more film or meetings that they need to meet from. So their day starts at 6 a.m. in the morning and ends at 8 p.m. And that's if they're not expected to do a little bit more, maybe more film, maybe more meetings if their meetings don't run long. And they're still expected to keep up with their grades at night, make sure their homework's getting finished. Not only do they miss plenty of games due to all their traveling, but they're still expected to keep up their grades because that is what's paying for their school. Their only reason to be there is because of their grades. They need to keep it up and make sure they keep their scholarship. The schedule takes an extreme toll on these athletes, and they are still expected to keep up their grades. And because of these demanding hours, just because athletes want to keep up their grades, they'll resort to cheating and even stealing because they have no time for another job to make money. So a lot of athletes are caught stealing. A famous NFL quarterback right now, Jameis Winston of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. According to Hutchins, he wrote a story about how Jameis Winston was caught stealing crab legs in college at Florida State. $30 worth of crab legs just to eat. And I believe the reasoning behind stealing that is because he has no time for his own money, which is crazy. A college athlete has more than a full-time schedule. They're putting in almost 70 to 80 hours, and that's not including games. On game days, they are expected to be in the locker room from morning to night to make sure that their head is focused on the gameplay. A college athlete does not get to choose their own schedule. It is given to them by their advisors to make sure that they have enough time to go to class and enough time for their sport. So they have no real decision on what free time they want, if they want to take classes with their friends, anything like that. They have no power in that. Also, college athletics is in top NCAA Division I schools, brings in over millions of dollars in revenue. There are 24 athletic programs making over $100 million a year, according to Mama's article. Texas A&M is at the top of the list at $192 million. College athletics are extremely profitable because none of the merchandise sales or ticket sales is going to the players. It's going straight to the schools. There's nowhere to split it. Such like in NFL, the merchandise sales go towards the team so they can give it to their players. The top bot players are usually paid the most, but in college they don't have to pay the players, so schools are bringing in over hundreds of millions of dollars. Top collegiate football coaches are making easily over $1 million. Jim Harbaugh according to Mama, is also making the most at $9 million a year. There is currently 72 football coaches in college making over $1 million. College athletes deserve to be paid some sort of income. I'm not saying they deserve to be richer than all the other college students. They need to be paid enough to make sure that they're well off. A college athlete schedule is more time consuming than that of a student with a full-time job, and that speaks a lot. A college athlete without a job is putting in an average time of just under 100 hours, including on game days. A college athlete is not allowed to receive any type of gift from anyone while attending a university, unless it's from family, according to NCAA. A college athlete has no time for a part-time job at night. According to their schedule, they usually end at 8 p.m. and they also have to wake up at 6 a.m. So they could probably find a part-time job at that time, but it's going to take a lot from their sport, and coaches really frown upon looking for a part-time job because they feel like their head's not in the right place and they'll be too tired for practice. A college athlete has no time to create any money for themselves with a 70 to 80 hour week schedule. An athlete is not allowed to sell any type of personal belongings for money. Like if they want to sell their jerseys, sign something, they're not allowed to do any of that. Pictures of themselves, according to NCAA rules. Today, a college athlete, I believe, needs to be paid because they put in way more time on one thing, and which is their sport, and their sport, I believe, is basically more than a full-time job, and to not being able to share the profits of over $100 million to their players is something that I believe is not right. And then today I discussed how much time and effort collegiate athletes put in a week and how much money is brought in from athletics and why they deserve to be paid. I hope that one day everyone sympathizes with these players and understands what they're going through, and hopefully the rules change. I would just want you guys to try a day as a college athlete and try to say that you don't deserve to be paid, because if I was in their shoes, I would be furious on why I can't have some sort of income, some sort of check at the end of the month for playing my sport because I need it. I really hope that you guys read up on more collegiate athlete stories, because there are hundreds of stories where NCAA rules has ruined their lives, has made them leave school because they were caught stealing a burger from the cafeteria. Just because they're athletes, they're more frowned upon, the punishments are more concentrated towards them because it seems like they're giving gifts. I really hope you guys understand the hardships these athletes are going through, and I hope you guys believe that they should also be paid. Thank you.